Hello, Blue Jays. I'm Kate Freitag.
And I'm Jaden Hine.
And this is Blue Jay Journal TV. Yes, high school is an enjoyable time, but it's never too soon to start thinking of the next step. For some Washington high school students, that next step will take them far from home, all because they are willing to make a great sacrifice for our nation. John Amlong reports.
Left wheel, mark!
Over 300,000 people join the military every year. Washington High School contributes a select few of their own to that statistic.
I just couldn't see myself doing 4 more years of school or labor all my life like my dad.
I've always wanted to do better for myself and have a sense of pride in what I'm doing, and I think the military is going to help me do that.
Enlisted seniors, please stand.
Summer and Michael feel like joining the military is their destiny.
I'm really excited to be taking this big step in my life, and I know that it's going to help me out in so many ways. You know, I'm not going to spend the next 10 years of my life working in a factory. I'm going to be doing something that matters.
Even for Washington High School alumni and current U.S. Army member Noah Elbert, the call to serve was there from the beginning.
That's the hardest question to answer, is like why you joined. Because I don't know, like I really don't know. I know it was just always a calling, you know, like I always was going to go into the military even when I was little. So when people ask me like, why'd you join? It's I don't know, I was always gonna join. It was never not like an option, you know.
One resource to prepare students for a possible career in the military is the Junior ROTC program.
If you think that you want to join the military, you need to join Junior ROTC. It will also give you an idea of what it's going to be like, expose you to different things to decide if it's actually for you. Going into the military isn't something that you should take lightly.
You get to learn drill, you get to learn the Navy core values, honor, courage, commitment. You get to talk to recruiters and people who have been in the military.
Some people in Junior ROTC may be unsure of what they want to do in the military, but for Summer and Michael, they have already made their commitment.
I'm going into the Advanced Electronic Computer Field program.
I'm doing communications, which is basically just like radio operating.
While Summer and Michael look ahead to their future military careers, Noah reflects on how his experience in the military has changed him.
You just feel a lot different. It's hard to explain. You just feel a lot better. Stand a little taller.
For Blue Jay Journal TV, I am Jonathan Amlong reporting.
Just a few short weeks ago, everyone at our school could not stop talking about soccer.
That's right. The boys' soccer team made school history by making it to the state championship for the first time.
Megan Yenzer has the details.
We're going state. It's not even a question. We're going all the way.
Don't let Marcus's enthusiasm fool you. The truth is that this season, the Washington boys soccer team had a bit of a rocky start.
I really don't think many people thought we'd be as far as we are.
We just yelled at each other at the beginning of the season, which didn't go over real well.
You know, honestly, at the beginning of the season, my first games were against, big schools. We were losing by a lot, so I was like, wow, this is going to be pretty tough.
Once everybody started playing together, working hard, and just putting their heads down and going to work, things started looking up.
We started getting better, and now we're here.
It's true. Despite what anyone thought, the Blue Jays pulled it together in time to make school history by winning the state quarterfinal to land in the Final Four.
I know on the bus ride down to Fenton on Friday, we were just like, we're really here, like it's happening.
I could tell a lot of people were nervous.
Usually in the past, our team hasn't been this good.
I was just trying to get everybody just to go out there, work hard, and play, and that's all you could ask for.
We bring a lot of hard work and intensity and just heart out there. Just try to outwork the other team. We're always going to work the hardest out there on the field, and that showed, especially in the semifinal game when we came back from a 2-goal deficit, a man down. Just showed the heart we played with and the intensity. We never gave up.
That semifinal game had everyone on the edge of their seats. The Blue Jays won in a double overtime thanks to a goal by Conlon Jarvis.
Personally, it being me, it just felt great to help lift the team somewhere we've never been before and help us send us to a state championship and giving us just the opportunity to play for first place in the state.
Coming off a win against Harrisonville, the Blue Jays faced Parkway Central on Saturday. Despite their best efforts, the Jays lost by 1 goal to take home the second place honor.
To keep winning and having the best season Washington ever has had, it just means a lot. Overall, I love playing the sport. I love playing with the guys on the team, and it's disappointing to see it come to the end, but it was a great season.
Give a big round of applause for the Washington Blue Jays.
Sad to see the season end the way it did. I mean, we all wanted a state ring, but sometimes things just don't go out the way you plan.
Even though the boys soccer team did not place first at state, the enthusiasm for the team and their accomplishments have not gone unnoticed. For Blue Jay Journal TV, I am Megan Yenzer reporting.
As more and more national bookstore chains are closing their doors, many Americans are wondering where they can purchase their next good book to read. Luckily for the residents of Washington, we now have our own independently owned bookstore to cater to our needs. Case and Suggs is going to take us there.
More often than not, when we think of books, we think of libraries. But in downtown Washington, it's what's near the library that piques the public interest.
We opened Neighborhood Reads on June 15th, located at 401 Lafayette Street, which is right across the street from the Washington Public Library.
According to Kitchell, the location of Neighborhood Reads has been a hot topic to those who have stopped by her store.
Half the people say, what a good idea putting a bookstore across from the library, and half the people say, what were you thinking putting a bookstore across from the library? This morning someone came in and said that they had checked a book out from the library and they had renewed it twice and they still couldn't get it read, but they loved the book and they thought it was a good book to own, so they came across the street and they bought the book. So I think it makes complete sense to be across the street from the library.
Not all may agree on the location of the bookstore, but they can agree on one thing. It's what's on the inside that counts.
I think this bookstore means just an opportunity to share my love of reading with our community. I mean, reading is the basis of everything, and it's so important to a person's success to be a strong reader, and so the fact that I can now have a different role in the community, an additional role to help put good books into people's hands, I think it's just a really rewarding opportunity. It gives me goosebumps.
Aside from the books, Kitchell works hard to add in personal touches that reflect her personality to make Neighborhood Reads feel like a home away from home.
My dogs have always been with me because I've worked out of a home office, and so when I decided to open a bookstore, I knew that it was a deal breaker. I had to have a yard for them to come to the bookstore with me, but I didn't know how people would respond to having my dogs in the bookstore, and it's been overwhelmingly positive. People will call up and say, are the dogs going to be there today? And when people come in the front door, especially children, they look around the corner to see if the dogs are there. And if they're not there, they're disappointed. We wanted to see the dogs today. And some people will come in just to see the dogs. And so they've been a good addition to the bookstore.
With all of the different qualities that make Neighborhood Reads unique, there's no reason why you shouldn't stop by and check it out. This is Case and Suggs reporting.
Like we mentioned in our last episode of Blue Jay Journal TV, our nation is facing a skills gap, especially in the area of automotive technology. Jaden Hine caught up with a recent graduate to learn more about how Four Rivers Career Center prepared him for his career. Here's the story.
Typically, when one thinks of the next step after high school, a four-year university comes to mind. However, there are other options to explore, and the American workforce needs students to explore those options.
I took the automotive program for the first year and the second year. I also did the night shift program that Autotech does.
Four Rivers Career Center offers students multiple options to gain hands-on experience through the School District of Washington.
I went there and I saw the automotive program, thought it'd be pretty cool, so I gave it a tryout. Like the first 3 months, I was loving it.
Finding people like Nick interested in going straight into the workforce is becoming more and more difficult for employers.
In my work right now, we're having issues trying to hire somebody. who's actually got some experience. They took a chance on me going to school, and I was very grateful for that. Now we're trying to hire a couple more people, and we just can't. We've been searching for 3 months now.
Four Rivers Career Center is working to bridge the gap between the lack of experienced workers and the high demand for them.
Actually, through Four Rivers, they helped me get a job at a Ford dealership.
Nick wants to encourage high school students to keep an open mind when it comes to their education.
Whether you're in Four Rivers or you're not in Four Rivers, anybody should go there and just at least get a tour. Go there, check it out. I guarantee you'll find something that you'll like there.
Schools like Four Rivers are working to help fill the workforce and close the skills gap. To learn more, contact Four Rivers Career Center at 636-231-2100. For Blue Jay Journal TV, I'm Jaden Hine reporting. Kate and I are so glad you joined us for this edition of Blue Jay Journal TV.
While you're at it, you can visit us online at www.bluejayjournal.com.
That's right, our website has a lot of great things to check out.
Until next time, have a great day, Washington!